It's your boy Jay Chosen with your fantasy football news. Anyways, I'm gonna give you two receivers you should watch out for and two receivers you should actually pick up, man. First of all, I gotta say something. The real reason you're a good receiver has nothing to do with you being a good receiver. It has everything to do with your quarterback, right? So I noticed just looking at the numbers and stuff, you can never convince me just because you're good for one team, you'll be good for another. In general, I think two guys you should avoid at all costs. At all costs. First, number one, Amari Cooper. All right, he was dope for the fucking Raiders, and he was even doper for the Cowboys. He ain't gonna be dope for the Browns. They have no idea who's gonna be playing quarterback at this point. Deshaun Watson, they keep appealing his 6 game suspension, which I think they should actually add more games and actually fine him some money because he didn't deny that he did the things he did with those masseuses. Anyway, so they have no idea who's gonna be quarterback, and I don't care who you are. You can't play wide receiver when nobody can throw you the goddamn ball. What did Keyshawn Johnson say? Throw me the damn ball. He ain't getting the damn ball. Marty Cooper is not going to get the ball from anyone. They have no idea who's starting quarterback. So I don't care how highly he's ranked or how good he used to be. I think it's going to be a bad, bad year for him. Secondly, I have no idea why people are jumping on the Tyreek Hill bandwagon. I think people like him because at the end of the day, he got a big mouth, and I like that. I like that. I like aggressively got dudes. But like, Tua Tagovailoa, I don't see him ever being that good. He, to me, is kind of overhyped. I think he's good because he's an Islander. I'm an Islander, but just because he plays quarterback doesn't mean he's that good. I don't care how good Tyreek Hill is. I don't think he gets that many, receptions at this point. I mean, one of the lead receivers from Miami in the last couple of years has been Mike Gesicki, who's kind of just a tight end that just stands around. I don't think it's going to be good for Mr. Tyreek Hill. I think he's going down this year. Two freaking receivers that are not on your list that you should be looking at are people that, once again, I'm talking about quarterbacks. Let's talk about first. Who do you think the best quarterback is right now? I'm not thinking he's a goat, but a lot of people say he's a goat. And Tom Brady, I know a lot of people like Mike Evans, but Mr. Goodwin should be someone you look at because at the end of the day, he's gonna be open sometimes, and Tom Brady can get it to him. He's gonna have a breakout year as a guy who's a second or third option, but still. He's going to be a steal in your fantasy draft because you can get him super, super, super late. And they're asking me who else is a wide receiver that you should be looking at. And once again, I'm talking about quarterbacks that like are good and that they have receivers that you don't really think about. I think Trevor Lawrence is going to have a breakout year, and somebody you should be looking at is Christian Kirk. I don't know if you know who that is. He's going to have a good season. I think Trevor Lawrence was hampered by having a dumbass coach. I've never liked Urban Meyer, but I especially didn't like him. And just in the John Boosting history, me and my girlfriend, we saw pretty much one game last season. It was the Rams and the Jaguars. That was the game that Mr. Meyer was fired. But like it just, it spoke volumes that at the end of the day, that guy was supposedly a good coach. But as soon as he left, that's when the freaking Jaguars finally won a game. I expect Trevor Lawrence to do really well, and I expect him to fly under the radar for Mr. Christian Kirk because no one's talking about him. And just some bonus information for you because I want to make this at least 5 minutes. Here are a couple guys I don't think will be that good this year either. I'm not a big fan of the Bears offense. As much as I want to see Fields do well, I don't think he will. So in terms of their receivers, I don't expect Mr. Mooney, who pretty much is like considered to be one of their best options, to have that many receptions because who's gonna throw it to him? He's done. And another sleeper that you should pick up, someone that I think is really good, is I don't know. I think that a risk that you might want to take is with Gage because he's on the freaking Buccaneers as well. I don't know how good he's going to be, but at the end of the day, those are just my thoughts on the fantasy football year of 2022. Go to your fucking draft and draft people, dummy.